Here we go, let's get to it. Listen well, we'll get through it. Here's another episode from those Quad City Radio Kings. It's Dave and Darren's Top 5 Things.
Darren is really proud of me.
Yeah.
Because I
was proud of you on Friday.
I finally did something.
Major breakthrough.
It was something I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year. It was on my list of goals for 2026. Mm-hmm. And the other day it was National Burrito Day, and I thought, I'm going to have a burrito.
Attaboy. And it sounds like you almost had one.
What do you mean?
Well, it was a burrito with French fries in it.
Yeah. Well, well, how is that not a burrito? That's the California burrito when they put the French fries in it. It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Now, walk me through this. What was in it?
The burrito this is my first ever burrito. Uh-huh. And there were a couple different things that I did for the first time. I got the burrito, and the California burrito comes with the, steak is the protein, right? You could
That's
pick
what
your
you
protein.
chose. Yeah.
Yeah. They walk you through. You can build it in the way.
You don't have to have French fries in it.
Well, if you want the traditional California burrito, you have French fries in it.
But that's just the name of the place.
It is, but it's also like the main thing, right?
Like their signature dish.
Right. She explained, like, if you want the original California burrito, here it is. And she listed off all the ingredients. And rather than saying, no, I don't want that, but I want this, I said, just give me it. I want the whole thing. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. So it's a steak, fries, Spanish rice, cheese, guacamole.
Mm-hmm. You've never had guacamole before.
I had never had guacamole before.
Oh
no.
My God.
No. Am I forgetting something? I think that's everything.
Beans in there?
Oh yeah, there were beans in there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you had that with some salsa or whatever?
No, I just had the burrito. That was it.
You ate it dry?
Yeah. Are you supposed to like dip it in salsa or something?
You could, certainly. I mean, don't you put taco sauce on a taco?
No. Taco's plenty flavorful enough. I don't need to be adding
You don't use
things.
taco sauce?
No, never,
Or a salsa?
No, sir. I'll have chips and salsa and tacos, but I don't put salsa or sauce on a taco. Sir.
You know they make taco sauce.
They make lots of stuff that's none of my business.
Huh.
I've never once had a taco and thought, boy, I wish there was some goop in there.
Yeah, you could like have a, pico de gallo or whatever also in your burrito to add more flavor.
There was a time in my life I would have said no to that, Darren, but
maybe next time.
I'm about saying yes to things this year.
Good for you. I saw that text on Friday and I thought, just one tear rolled down my cheek.
I finished the burrito. I thought I should text Darren. He'll be so proud of his boy.
And I was.
Mm-hmm. Feels good. And now your brother, who's kind of like me in terms of not wanting to eat a bunch of different things.
I mentioned this to them yesterday about how you had a burrito and guacamole. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I've never done that.
No.
And I'm like, okay.
He should. He should.
I'll get you two together in a room because,
I'll explain to him this trying different foods outside of my comfort zone.
Uh-huh. What a brave new world. Think about it. I envy you. This is like the same way that you would be if someone had never seen Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, you get to watch Star Wars for the first time.
Well, but here's the thing about, and I know that I'm not sharing anything here that nobody knows, but I found that the burrito really, in essence,
same ingredients.
It sure tasted to me an awful lot like a soft-shelled taco, just a lot bigger.
Yes, it probably would.
And I know, like, when I would explain to people that I'd never eaten a burrito before,
because my brother,
they would yell at me and
tacos.
say, "It's just a bigger taco with a little bit different ingredients."
Very
subtly different.
Subtly different.
Yeah. When she said guacamole, I was like, I should ask to not have the guacamole. And then I thought, no.
Do you think you can do...
No, be brave, Dave. Be bold for once in your life.
Okay, so the guacamole is kind of hidden in this burrito.
Yeah, it was an ingredient.
Now, do you think, because you talk about how you can eat chips and salsa, you think you can do chips and guacamole now?
I'll tell you what, I think I'll try it.
Yes.
I think what I will do is say...
Next time this is offered, this can be your response.
Yes. This is what I will say. I will say, bring it on. Let's do this thing. If we're doing this thing, then let's do this thing.
Right.
And then I'll say,
Bring out the olive.
See, black olives could end up in a.
I still don't think I can do olives.
I bet you
That's
can.
still,
I
still
bet
not.
you can.
No. There's got to be limits to this.
What about on a pizza?
Oh my God, gross. Do people only put black olives on pizza or green olives
You
as
could
well?
put green olives on it.
I mean, you could put anything on a pizza, but that doesn't mean you should.
You eat mushrooms, don't you?
No,
You don't?
no, sir. Mushrooms?
You can.
Do you know what mushrooms are?
Yes.
It's mold. No,
It's
thank you.
fungus.
Yes. No, that's.
It's good for you.
Listen, I don't want to.
It's naturally occurring.
I don't want anyone to get any ideas that I'm some sort of culinary evil Knievel. I'm not saying I'll eat anything.
Well, I mean, mushrooms don't have to be your Snake River Canyon. I think you'll make it just fine.
The analogy is apt. Apt. Got to take it.
Order it on an apt.
Dave and Darren in the morning.
Animal statues. Statues celebrating animals. There's the famous ones, like the most famous animal statues. I'm thinking, well, there's that bull on Wall Street, right? The big statue of the bull.
Yeah.
The charging bull, the Wall Street bull. Global symbol of financial strength and optimism. There are the lions at Trafalgar Square. The lions at the Art Institute are particular favorites of mine. I love those, and if we're talking animal statues.
Uh-huh.
There are also statues that are not of, I mean, that's a bull and a lion, but those animals don't have names. That's just a bull and two lions. There are also sometimes statues to actual animals.
Yeah.
For example, there is a statue outside of Shibuya Station in Tokyo. This is to honor a dog who would go to the train station and meet his owner. And then they would walk home from the train station. Well, then the owner dies. Mm-hmm. And this dog every day would go to the train station looking for his owner.
That's awful.
Doesn't that just break your heart? There's also a statue of, it's called Greyfriars Bobby in Edinburgh, Scotland. A popular landmark that commemorates a little terrier who guarded his master's grave for 14 years. I don't want anybody messing with this.
Not that we're gonna.
So when the dog finally passed away, they made a little statue of the dog
Just
there in
put
the
it right
grave.
there.
Heartbreaking. There's also a statue of a dog called Balto. Balto you can see when you're in Central Park. Balto was the lead sled dog who delivered life-saving medicine to Nome, Alaska during a 1925 diphtheria outbreak. Good job, Balto. Laika, the space dog. There's a monument featuring that dog if you go to Moscow. And now a new statue of an animal. This is in Cambodia. It's a statue of Magawa. Magawa, not a dog, not a bull, not a lion. Magawa was a very special rat in Cambodia. Magawa, a war hero. Magawa was a mine-detecting rat who helped Cambodia
I got you.
clear all of the fields that were just filled with mines.
Oh, man. So the rat was light enough to not trigger them.
Yeah, he would sniff them out and say, like, here it is. And now this rat, Magawa, is honored with a stone statue, which they unveiled last Friday on the International Day for Mine Awareness. They say this is the first ever in the world statue dedicated to a landmine sniffing rat. They say it carries a message that even the smallest actor can leave a lasting impact. Magawa was an African giant pouched rat who was trained by a Belgian nonprofit group. They say that this rat located more than 100 landmines and other explosives between 2016 and his retirement in 2021. He swept an area equal to 20 soccer fields before he passed away. He retired in 2021 and died in 2022 at the age of 8. That's what happens a lot of times. You retire and you're gone in a year. That's what they say. But this rat's job was to sniff out landmines.
I mean, I know he wasn't a rat, but that's what happened to Bear Bryant. And he wasn't a bear either.
And how many mines did he sniff?
None, but I bet he's got a statue.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Let me ask you this.
Is he wearing the hat in the statue?
Oh, has to.
I'm going to go to the Google machine and take a look at this. He's got to be wearing that hat, right?
There's no doubt.
Okay, what's your
You
question?
wouldn't recognize him without the hat.
No, I wouldn't.
He could walk in here right now, and I wouldn't even know who he was.
I think once he started talking, I know it was Bear Bryant. That's a very particular draw.
Now, I have not investigated this, but the song "Animal Crackers in My Soup."
Yes.
What's the whole premise of that idea? Because
what's the premise?
Yeah, because animal crackers are cookies. So why would you put animal crackers in soup? Okay. That doesn't make any sense at all. Do you have the answer? Do you already know what it is?
I think
is it revealed in the song and I've just never took the time to actually listen to the words, and it's like, answer's right in the song, dum-dum.
When the song came out, Animal Crackers in My Soup, that's the name of the song.
Yeah.
And it was in a
Shirley Temple,
movie
right?
that came out called Curly Top in 1935.
Shirley Temple.
Mm-hmm. Shirley Temple. So she sings Animal Crackers in my soup. Bump, lions and tigers, loop de loop, something like that, right?
But they're cookies.
Mm-hmm. The film came out in 1935, and parents were furious that their kids were following Shirley's advice and putting cookies in their soup.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Does it resolve itself in the song where it's like, you don't put animal crackers in your soup?
No, I don't think she ever says, like, at the end of the song, like, kids, you shouldn't do this.
So the
Animal Crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits loop the loop.
Yeah.
Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the world's biggest crime, but it's like, you're going to try to put cookies in vegetable soup?
Well, if it were me, if I had anything to say about it, I would have made oyster crackers in animal shapes, and she's already done the hard work of marketing it to you. You know there's a market. Kids want to put crackers in their soup. Why wouldn't you make a savory cracker for that very purpose?
As opposed to calling something an oyster cracker, what are the chances a kid wants to eat an oyster?
Why do they call them?
Next to none.
Why do they call them? The problem is not with Shirley Temple. Why aren't they called animal cookies? Why do we even call them animal crackers? That's the question you ought to be asking. This was a problem of branding well before Shirley Temple got involved in 1935's Curly Top. They're not called animal cookies as they should be. They're called animal crackers.
So you think the songwriter's a troublemaker?
Well, I think...
And I don't hate it.
Here's my guess. My guess is that the songwriter was a grown-up who saw that animal crackers was no, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because a grown-up in the 1930s isn't eating cookies.
They're not putting them in, they're made for kids, and they're not putting them in soup.
I'm telling you what I suspect happened is that the guy who wrote the song, or girl, whoever wrote Animal Crackers in My Soup, my suspicion is they thought they were actual crackers, that they did not know that it was cookies. So when they wrote the lyrics "Animal Crackers in My Soup," they had no idea. They had heard that animal crackers were a thing
because they had outgrown them,
and they had heard that these were crackers that children enjoyed.
Yeah.
So they thought, oh, I bet that's fanciful. It's a cracker for kids to put in their soup. They probably connected those dots
and didn't know. Mm-hmm. So you think it was ignorance?
I hate to say ignorance. I think they were uninformed.
Call it what it is, though.
That's my guess.
But the parents didn't care for it, huh? Yeah.
No, parents at the time were furious that kids were putting cookies in soup. It's like, I'm trying
to get this kid to eat this soup.
Nutrition in the kids.
And they want to throw a bunch of sweet crackers, sweet cookies in their soup.
Right. So everything was going great until this song came out. And now they want to put cookies in what's supposed to be a nutritious meal.
I'm trying to get this kid to eat some vegetables.
And you're not helping with this.
Shirley Temple.
Animal crackers. Oh, what?
And there's nothing in the song that says,
There's no disclaimer at the end like,
okay,
kids, don't do this.
Yeah.
No. It would have been nice if at the end of the song she would have looked at the cameras and been like,
what a silly thing to do.
Hey, ding dongs, this is the movies, all right? So don't do what I do. There's going to be a lot of stuff that happens in this picture that you kids shouldn't do. We're trying to get your mind off the Great Depression.
People just don't break into tap dancing.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen in real life.
No. If you start
It's a movie.
tap dancing with an adult you don't know on the street, find a cop because you're in trouble. You're in real trouble. That's what she should have said. But she never did. There's no disclaimer at the end.
I bet she put up with a lot because of that later in life.
I'm looking here at Barnum's Animal Crackers, right? Yeah. That's the one where the box looks like it's a train car going to the circus.
Which is not great.
How many of the animals would you guess? Since these crackers have been on store shelves, they started in 1902. Mm-hmm. How many different animals have been featured in cracker form in animal crackers?
On the box or in the crackers?
In the box itself.
69.
Oh, well, that's a good guess. That's really the only appropriate guess, but
69, dude!
Is it higher or lower?
It's lower. 53 different animals have been featured in animal crackers since 1902.
But the box is the same?
I mean, that box always looks like it's from another era, right? When you see that animal crackers box, they don't look like they've really moderned it up at all.
I haven't seen those. I don't even know where to get them now.
No, they're available. Hippos, tigers, gorillas. Yeah, that's fun. But why they're called crackers instead of cookies, I'll never figure that out. Are you mad that Shirley? Are you like upset that Shirley Temple pulled this?
I was just
above her. That's above her head. She just sang what I told her to sing.
I was just asking because I don't know the song well enough. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do know it. There are plenty of people.
You know all that you need to know.
There are plenty of people that are listening that they don't even know this song.
They've never heard it.
So I'm not apologizing.
No. Good for you.
But I didn't know if maybe in the song it's like, oh, what a silly thing to do, eating animal crackers in my soup.
All right, she's playing the piano here.
From the top.
Mm-hmm. They're in some sort of mansion, because in the 30s, every movie was at a mansion.
Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits, loop-the-loop. Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one.
All right, that's
not
enough.
A great singer. Jeez.
We all fell in love with Shirley Temple. What are you talking about?
How did she get that gig?
Well, she's like 5 years old. Get off of her back. She's
not on anyone's back.
Not a very good singer.
Well, what is it?
She's 6 years old when she's singing that.
Well, that's old enough.
Darren
starts singing like a person.
Darren goes to a Shirley Temple movie, leaves the theater, and is like, I didn't think she was that great of a singer.
She's not. Take it from the top. She's not great.
Take it from the top. I don't know. I'm not that impressed. Seems like she should sing more like a person.
Oh.
That's your review.
Oh, she's better on Good Ship Lollipop?
Oh,
please.
David and Darren in the morning.
Weather's getting nicer. People are going outside more.
Things are getting green.
Enjoying hiking. There's a story here out of Phoenix where a hiker went on a hike Saturday morning. The hike turned into a medical emergency after a massive bee attack forced a dramatic air rescue.
Not to mention it's 110 degrees.
Yeah.
Hiking in Phoenix? Okay.
That's why you go out in the morning.
Okay.
You don't hike in Phoenix when it's 3 p.m. The man was near the summit of Lookout Mountain, the Lookout Mountain Preserve in North Phoenix. That's where the Wildcats feared to tread. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Pentecost Peak. Man reported being stung more than 100 times. Was stung so many times by bees, he was unable to make his way back down off of Lookout Mountain.
Was he with anyone? Why are people hiking alone?
There were other hikers who were attacked by the same swarm of bees, according to the Phoenix Fire Department.
Okay.
Rescue crews from Phoenix and Glendale, Arizona, used a hoist operation to lift this guy off the mountain and transfer him then to an ambulance at the trailhead.
I'm more bee than man at this point.
Taken to the hospital in critical condition. He was conscious and talking when rescuers arrived, but had dangerously low blood pressure. They are urging you, if you're going to go hiking, please steer clear of hives.
I suppose it wouldn't be polite or the right thing to do to ask him at this point if he's a fan of any of Sting's solo work. Yeah, those first couple albums were okay. Then it started to get watered down a bit.
Well, you know, I live in Phoenix, but ironically, Desert Rose was too much for me.
I was capable of getting through Soul Cages, and that's about it.
Soul Cages is great. Fire officials are urging you to please steer clear of hives. Is that information you need to give out to the public? If you see a beehive, don't
stick your face in it.
Hey, what's going on this side? They also say
Honey, I'm home.
Avoid wearing strong scents and don light-colored clothing when you're on the trail.
Don't do what?
Avoid wearing strong scents.
Who's throwing on a bunch of aftershave or cologne when you're going hiking?
Quick hike. But first, where's my high karate?
Uh-huh.
Where's my Brute 33? Is that still a thing?
Is it 33?
Do I have that wrong in my head?
Why would it be Brute 33?
I seem to remember that was like something. That was something I would get for Christmas. I would get for Christmas and instantly throw in the trash.
It's like Heinz 57.
Am I misremembering that?
See, I can see it. That would probably not be a good idea either, is to have a bunch of Heinz 57 on you.
Maybe the best idea. Brute Cologne is an iconic, affordable masculine fragrance. Was it just Brute Classic? Was there not a 33? Why am I putting numbers to it?
Was there a 33 on the label?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. It was called Brute 33. This is exactly what I would get for Christmas.
Are there like 33? It was kind of like cologne for kids, wasn't it?
Is that what it was?
Because it wasn't like, it was like watered down or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, you are correct.
Kind of like a splash.
It was. Here, you're not man enough for Brute, Dave.
Well, you're not man enough for a real cologne.
That's what we would get for Christmas is Brute 33, a classic budget-friendly version of the iconic Fabergé Brute fragrance with 33% of the original scent's concentration.
So they watered it down. It was for people in middle school. Now, having said that, it's like if you want to wear cologne in middle school, this is what you wear.
This is 40 years ago, and I'm just now getting how insulted I should have been.
And here's the thing, though, and I'll put this out there. I bet there are probably women, now women, of a certain age that still have a fondness to it. I remember that boy in 7th grade, and I liked the way he smelled.
I like that there was a hint of masculinity.
He was trying to cover up, I don't know, puberty, I guess.
Known for its robust masculine and aromatic scent profile.
For an 8th grader.
Featuring woody, floral, and citrus notes. Well, the thing is, when you're going through all those changes in your body, that's when you really need the extra strength stuff.
No, just splash this on and will hide the fact that changes are happening to your body.
Brute 33, marketed as a daily fresh masculine splash-on fragrance.
Did I just say splash?
They say you can still get classic Brute today, but Brute 33
The idea was you
has
couldn't-
been discontinued.
I think the idea was that you couldn't really put too much on.
No.
Because there's a drying agent in it. That is going to evaporate right away.
Melts in your hands, not on your body. Here you go, boys. The idea is you'll get used to the idea of applying something, but it's not really there.
Yeah. But again, I'm sure that some women still have a fond memory of it.
You know, I don't think men ever smelled so good as when they were 12 years old.
Right.
Maybe that's the sort of thing you shouldn't say out loud.
But unfortunately,
I have a
maybe I shouldn't put that in my profile.
I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't put that on your OkCupid or whatnot. I'm looking for a man who smells like a 11-year-old boy.
Where have they all gone?
Where have all
well, those 11-year-olds turned into 55-year-olds is the problem.
Please, they say, steer clear of hives, and if you do, while you're out hiking, run into the middle of a swarm because you put on too much Brute 33 or, God forbid, extra strength Brute.
I think it's possible that Brute 33 could have caused hives.
Wow.
It's going to react in some body chemistry. It's not going to react well.
You get attacked by a bunch of these bees, they say, run and shield your head and your face.
Jump in the lake.
Africanized bees, which arrived in Arizona in the 1990s, are particularly aggressive. These bees would have showed up in Arizona right around the time they discontinued Brute 33. Now, are those dots that need to be connected? I don't know. I'm just asking the questions.
Doesn't matter. They are connected, whether you like it or not.
Dave and Darren in the morning.
On Real Alternative Radio, Planet 93.9.
People are going crazy about a radio station in Cincinnati. And, you know, anytime people are excited about a radio station, I think that's fantastic. They're excited because they're bringing back something to Cincinnati, or maybe bringing it for the first time. I'm not sure.
To Cincinnati?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to have a radio station in Cincinnati, what would be the call letters that you would want?
Okay, well.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is this Yacht Rock? I'm going to say this is Yacht Rock.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP.
Now, is that Les Nessman or not?
Singing the song?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You've never heard that?
That Richard Sanders sings the theme song?
I mean, it sounds like it could be him, but is that just an urban legend?
I think that's an urban legend. I have some issues with that theme song because he's talking about, you know,
The music or the lyrics?
Well, the lyrics. If you've ever wondered whatever became of me, maybe you and me were never meant to be. If she doesn't even know what happened to you,
Maybe she's moved on.
well, clearly she has. You ever wondered what became of me? You're not in close contact.
You might be lamenting something that doesn't exist.
Yeah. That's exactly where my point. Like,
You might be daydreaming about something that isn't there.
first off, you're going to be shocked to learn she's not daydreaming about you, pal. But also the fact that she has to wonder whatever became of you. Well, it's time to move on.
I bet he died in a street fight.
The guy who's
Why would you think that? I don't know. It just seems like someone who would lose a street fight.
just seems like it's the right thing for him.
I bet that's what happened. If I did think of him, I don't.
WKRP will be back in Cincinnati. Now, there is a WKRP radio station It's at 101.9 on the FM dial, but that's in Raleigh, North Carolina.
So it's never existed in Cincinnati.
Well, I'm not sure that that's true. Because you would think at some point, I mean...
Because I thought it was a television show.
Well, that's huge if true.
See, I didn't.
I'm learning this for the first time. WKRP FM is in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was built, the FCC said it was okay to do this in March of 2014. There had to have been a WKRP before then, and did they just rest the call letters? Oak City Media announced earlier this year that they were going to auction off their intellectual property, including those call letters. So any one of us could have bought the WKRP call letters from this company, and the report is that they did sell their call sign to a radio station that is in Cincinnati. So WKRP...
Well, that's where it belongs.
We'll be going back to...
Because I wouldn't have wanted those call letters.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty boss.
It's too much to live up to.
Is it WKRP because it's like...
The carp.
Oh, is that what it is?
Don't you remember when they were dressed up as
I don't remember
mascots
that.
and they had to put the carp outfit on?
The person who runs the concern that is selling off the call letters tells the Associated Press, and I quote, "I cannot by contract tell you who, I cannot tell you who, but I can tell you direct to the camera, WKRP after 48 years is coming to Cincinnati. Book it. It's done."
Huh.
The call sign made famous by a sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati that aired on CBS from 1978 to 1982. They brought it back in the 90s.
Yeah, there was no reason for that.
Yeah. They say this will be, let's see, is this, it has to have been in Cincinnati at some point, but then why would you get rid of those call letters?
Necessarily.
Why would you get rid of those call letters?
They just came up with a name for the TV show. That's all it was.
Okay. But if you were running a radio station in Cincinnati, you wouldn't want those call letters?
Well, someone did.
Well, somebody is finally getting it now?
Although I don't know how you live up to all that.
Yeah. Yeah. WKRP in Cincinnati.
I mean, Howard Hessman is quite gone. I think.
Oh, they're all gone. Lonnie Anderson's gone.
Not Jane Smithers.
Thank God. Thank God.
Or what? Not Jane. Jan.
Jan Smithers, yes.
Jan Smithers.
Gordon Jump is gone. Is Gary Sandy still with us?
I think he might be.
Okay, Gary Sandy is 80 years old. So it's Gary Sander. Is Frank Bonner still with us? A Herb Tarlick? The answer is no. He passed away in 2021.
I think Herb was the one who had to get dressed up as the carp.
Really?
Yeah, they had some sort of like mascot fight.
Tim Reed, the Venus flytrap, is still with us.
He is?
Yeah.
Well,
so Venus, Bailey, and Andy are still around.
well, that's something.
Maybe they get brought back for the launch of whatever this radio station is going to be in Cincinnati.
There will be an appearance fee. Book it.
Book it. Make it happen. WKRP. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there was ever one in Cincinnati, because it seems like it doesn't make sense that there's never been one there.
I always liked the mom on that show.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yeah, she was a tough nut.
Because she told it like it was.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. She didn't pull any punches
No.
on anybody.
No, it was necessary.
She'd let the air out of your tires. I don't care if you are Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah, she was played by Carol Bruce.
She's got to be gone.
2007, she passed away. Mrs. Carlson. It's a good run. It's a great run.
She liked to wear her fur.
Is that, yeah, oh yeah.
Which, is problematic.
Well, it was
Not for her, it wasn't.
It was a different time.
Well, that's
and
true.
for Mrs. Carlson, what you call problematic, that's a benefit for her.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is something rich people do. Skin animals is what we like to do.
Okay, I can confirm now that there has never been an actual honest-to-goodness WKRP in Cincinnati.
No, because it was a TV show.
I get it, but the fact that it was a TV show means that would have made sense for them to have used those call letters. Why wouldn't you want to, like, hone in on the heritage of that brand, right? When I say Cincinnati, you think of the Reds, you think of their gross chili, and you think of WKRP.
Have you had their chili? You don't even know.
Darren.
Hey, listen.
Darren, cinnamon in chili.
Just the probably the slightest bit. Big deal.
Oh, I don't know.
People put chocolate in chili all the time.
Yeah. Have you had the Skyline chili?
I have not.
But you would if you were in that area.
Sure, I'd try it. Absolutely.
My point, though,
how different is it from like Steak and Shake, even?
Okay.
You know, with like a 3, you know?
You know what? In the spirit of my newfound
have you ever had that?
Adventurous palate, Steak and Shake?
Yeah.
Well, I've eaten at a Steak and Shake, but
I mean with the one where they have the chili on the spaghetti?
No.
Come on.
I'll try it. Sure.
Take a home a sack.
I think I
Thank
will.
you, Dick Clark.
The idea of there being a WKRP in Cincinnati, this is new. Also, you were asking about, did Richard Sanders, the guy who played Les Nessman,
Sing the song.
he's still with us, right?
I don't know.
He's got to be. He did not sing the theme song.
That was the legend.
It is a long-standing urban legend because
It sounds like him.
their voices are very similar.
Yeah.
The song was performed by Steve Carlisle. And a lot of people on the text line are saying that the opening theme song to WKRP in Cincinnati is not the one we should be focusing on.
No.
It's the end theme that really slapped. Remember this? Where
Yeah.
Oh, now
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
talking.
come on. Back when shows had 2 theme songs,
An opening and a closing?
just like the Monkees.
This is just nonsense that was done as like a demo, and they
Yeah.
thought, well, we'll just use that.
That's
I like that. Yeah.
I do too.
I think both theme songs are fantastic. But yeah, back then, networks had no problem spending an entire hour of the show, or entire minute, I'm sorry, 1 minute of the show
Yeah, they would give up a minute
for the theme songs.
Don't get it. You don't get that anymore.
No, you're lucky if you get a 2-second title card that lets you know what you're watching.
Dave and Darren, top 5 things.
I left my phone at home today. I accidentally left it in the kitchen, and I find myself a couple times today during the show, I go to reach for it.
Yeah. It's like an appendage.
Right.
It's like phantom. It's like you got like a phantom pain.
That is, it's just like I feel like, oh, I should check my phone. And it's got me thinking about the wiring in my brain, how I've been manipulated by that device to
Yeah, but at
constantly
least you know
look at
where
it.
it's at.
I do know where it's at, and I'm thinking I should probably make a practice of leaving it at home more often. This is probably a good thing for me not to have the phone here, right?
Probably doesn't hurt.
Although it's always the days where I forget my phone that like something something happens and I needed it. You know,
Well, maybe not.
that's how they get you. But yeah, I might make this a policy where every once in a while I just leave my phone at home on purpose.
Well, if you do that,
Yeah,
I would just let your family know you're going to do that.
yeah, that's a good call.
You know, it's just like here, I'm gonna do a phoneless day today.
It's just a little concerning to me that I keep reaching in my pocket for it. Like, oh, I need to check my phone. And I'm not, it's like I'm not thinking about it. That lizard part of my brain that wants the gratification of the phone keeps looking for something. And then I realize, well, of course I don't have it, you know? I don't know. It's just a little accidental experiment I'm conducting on myself. This technology, Darren, it's fraught with danger. I mean, there's all kinds of problems with these.
Dangerous technology.
Well, I mean,
I'm proud of my technology stuff.
yeah, we all are. There's this story out of Tennessee. It's last summer. This is on July 14th. A woman named Angela Lips was at her home in Tennessee babysitting 4 children. She's the babysitter, all right? 4 kids, Angela's house,
Big job.
July 14th. No kidding. And It's not the best case scenario when you're babysitting 4 kids when armed police officers storm the house and take you away at gunpoint.
Oh, boy.
They booked Angela as a fugitive in relation to a bank fraud investigation in North Dakota, right? So the cops come in at gunpoint at this babysitter's house. They take the babysitter away.
Even though who's going to watch the kids?
Well, there's that. Another problem is that they took her away for a bank fraud investigation in North Dakota, right? She's in Tennessee. This woman has never been to North Dakota in her lifetime. Grandmother of 5 told investigators that she lived in north central Tennessee and she'd never been on a plane. Unfortunately, police in Fargo, North Dakota had obtained a signed warrant for her arrest on multiple charges, including felony theft and felony unauthorized use of personal identifying information.
Well,
how is this possible?
Well, she did this with a computer.
No, it turns out, and this is maybe the most important detail of the story, she's completely innocent.
Oh, okay.
She was identified as a suspect in an organized bank fraud case because investigators were using facial recognition software. Investigators that were reviewing cases in April and May of last year in which a woman used a fake U.S. Army military ID to withdraw tens of thousands of dollars from banks, they used facial recognition software on surveillance camera footage, and instead of getting the woman who actually did it, they identified this woman in Tennessee as the main suspect.
Uh-huh.
The Fargo Police Department says the AI facial recognition software they used identified a potential suspect with similar features to Angela Lips. Here's the thing. That's all they had was the facial recognition that AI told them,
And
this
that's
is who you're
somehow-
looking for.
That's somehow enough.
That was enough.
And now she's going to do what?
Well, hopefully she's going to make a bunch of money because she spent 5 months in jail as a result of this.
Okay.
She spent 3 months in a Tennessee jail, and in October, they put her on a plane and they flew her to North Dakota, where she was jailed again for 2 months because an AI recognition software decided, no, that's her face, that's who this is. Has the same body type, the same hairstyle. This is who this is. December 23rd of last year, the detective in the bank fraud case, the state's attorney, and the judge who signed the arrest warrant all mutually agreed to dismiss the charges without prejudice to allow for further investigation. At this point, her attorney had produced her bank records, which again showed that at the time these crimes were committed, she was absolutely 1,200 miles away in Tennessee. It could not possibly be her. She was released from custody from custody on Christmas Eve. They never even apologized to this woman. And when you release someone without prejudice, that doesn't mean we're not holding anything against you. Without prejudice means we can reopen this case anytime we like. They didn't give her so much as an apology, and they didn't give her a ride home, Darren.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve. She's in Fargo, North Dakota, which I think we can all agree is the worst place to have to spend any time, let alone Christmas. Attorney helped her cover a hotel room and food on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then eventually a nonprofit helped fly this grandmother home. Apart from the trauma and humiliation she had to endure, in nearly 6 months of being incarcerated because AI decided that she committed a crime that she never did and never could commit, she also ended up losing her house.
Oh, my God.
And losing her pets because she couldn't pay her bills because she was in jail. Lawyers are now currently exploring civil rights claims, but they have yet to file a lawsuit. I'm hoping that day is coming and that this woman gets all of the money.
Lord.
Here's what she had to say to the press. Quote, "I'm just glad it's over. I'll never go back to North Dakota." End quote.
You didn't have a reason to go this time.
No. AI decided that she did it.
Do you ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on the computers all the time?
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
Yep. This is our brave new world.
There you go. That's the end. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and join us soon for another Dave and Darren's Top 5 Things.
Ooh-wee, what a cliffhanger. Oh, boy, oh, my. That's a real crazy ending, huh?